Yo, welcome to Cloudy Thoughts Morning Show. I'm your host, Lo-Fi Monk, and it's been a long time since I left you without some cloudy thoughts to step to. How's it going, guys? Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Oh, and we got a Dorgon. Notice me.
All right. Good morning, Dorgon.
Morning.
Yeah, guys, it's not giving me the little alert when you guys join, so it takes me a
How
second.
very
to see
rude
it.
of it.
Yeah. Well, it's been a minute since we've done a Cloudy Thoughts, and we're back. We'll be doing the show Friday nights and Monday mornings as usual. It's a new year. Happy New Year's to everyone. Happy holidays to everybody that I didn't get to say that to before. Hope you had a good one. And today's show, we're going to kind of just go over what, some of our favorite moments from last year and what we're looking forward to this year. And we'll be getting into a little bit of NVIDIA and GeForce news and some things like that. But yeah, man, let's just go around the room and say what's up. How you been, Brutigs? How was your holidays?
Well, living this good life every day is a holiday for me, so I can't complain over here. But we were having some good New Year's celebrations, went to a comedy show, hung out with the wife. We went down to the town square and then did the New Year's countdown with some friends. And then Christmas with family, spent a lot of time there. So I think I hit all the benchmarks that I was supposed to over the holidays. And now it's putting the nose down and trying to get some stuff started for 2023. And at the same time, enjoying all the cool stuff that we got introduced to at CES. I've been looking through all of that. Awesome gadget, awesome hardware we can look forward to. And yeah, all the games. I mean, we got Forspoken, we got Hogwarts, we got Tears of a New Kingdom, Wukong, and games, Starfield. So many ones on the list to name. So looking forward to everything coming down the track. That's
man. Wukong's gonna be dope. So what's up, SPG? How was your New Year's? How was your holiday?
Great, man. Got to hang out with Sierra's family over Christmas and then hung out with my family over New Year's. Quiet, man, but nice and warm. And that's important here in North Dakota. Let me tell you.
So Dorgon, yeah, man. Dorgon, it's been a long time since we got to hang out, man. How was your holidays?
Interesting. Everybody decided to contract flu or something similar over the course of the Christmas break. So mother-in-law, she works in the hospitals. It was going to happen at some point. So she was completely struck down for 2 weeks solid. My partner was struck down, had to steer clear of my parents because they're both high risk and high vulnerability. So it was an interesting Christmas, done at arm's length and what have you. You just sort of threw each other's presents at each other, hope that you got a bullseye square between the eyes, and see how it went from there. Yeah, other than that, it was a nice, quiet time. It was good.
That's I tried to just stay indoors and stay warm, so I didn't have that happen. Man, that's rough, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, part and parcel of it. It's unfortunate, but hey ho, what are you gonna do?
Hey,
yeah, that's true.
Just wrap yourself under a blanket, get your game out, and that's it.
It's all one can ask for, isn't it? That and meet up with some friends to do an in-person podcast, because why not?
Hey, yeah, that's right. But you got to be sociable, right?
Well, I mean, everybody else was dead. I was alive. I was like, well, I'm going to meet other alive people. Why not?
Oh man, so a lot's happened last year. A whole lot's happened. But we're not gonna focus on any of the negative. We're gonna talk about what our favorite moments are, and I'll start off with my favorite moment from last year. Well, there's so many of them, man. But being late to, and not that this is a good thing, I shouldn't have been late, but being late to the Stadia 1000 stream was an experience I won't forget It's something
There
I'm going to
was
take
so
with me.
much support for you. Your chat didn't have room for it all. Let's put it that way.
Like your
30
chat
minutes.
carried that. You were half an hour late, and your chat during that
Yeah.
setup, during that waiting period, they were amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. I will never, ever, I'll carry that moment with me forever. So that's my favorite moment of last year.
You won't be allowed to live it down, that's for sure. No.
But yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. But yeah, man, what do you guys, what are some of your favorite moments from last year? With the Stadia community, just with gaming, things like that.
Give me 2 secs, guys. I've just got a dip for 2 secs.
My last year's favorite moment would have to be the Ray's Praise on the rock show that brought me into the community, into the fold. Because before then, I was just doing a little podcast with Nads and just talking out to the airwaves, some streaming here and there. But it was really Ray's Praise last year that brought me into the fold, talking to all of you people, getting into Discords, gaming with community nights. So that moment was definitely huge for me. I remember still getting a message from Ray the Gaming Cyborg and being like, what is happening? Something's changing today. Looked into it. He's like, oh, make sure you check out the show at this time. And I saw him rolling out our channel, talking about us, clips of our podcast, and like my heart swelled 3 times the size.
Yeah,
it was
Ray's
definitely
awesome.
a big moment. Yeah, for me.
Yeah. And Ray is in the chat, and he just said that Ray's Praise is coming back to the rock show as of tomorrow.
Oh,
so
man, that's huge.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
be looking for that. Surprisingly enough, I'm gonna have a cheesy answer. The last 2 years with Stadia, the pleasure has been meeting all of you guys. It really has.
Yeah.
Damn near every person I've met in the Stadia community, or was in that sphere or bubble, has been a solid person. Like not only like
Right.
a good person, but a solid one that you'd want to actually have in your life. I can't thank you all enough, man, for the time we've spent together. But I'm going to bring Ray up specifically. In the beginning of my streams, I've got some clips, and some of those are from my favorite moments from Stadia, and Ray's in multiple of them. It's just it's a blast, man. I've had so much fun with Ray and the community. I'm going to miss Stadia a lot, but I'm trying to drag everyone with us to xCloud and PC and GFN so that we can all stay together. And so far it's worked, thankfully. But I think the best part was meeting all of you guys, man. So many interesting and talented people, man. So many.
Would totally agree, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for that, I don't think between Stadia and YouTube is like how I know all of y'all. So, but yeah, you have any good memories from last year to work on? Of course you do.
I have many. I think probably the biggest one in regards to this community was a silly little video that I put out about April time that some weird guy called Happy Ninja X or Ninja Guy X or something to do with a ninja at some point. He found it, shared it around, told some people what was going on. And then suddenly I was just introduced to a bunch of other amazing creators, lovely people, some weird long-haired Canadian dude. You know how it goes. Like, and it sparked a new love within me for what I was doing. I'd been very dejected at the start of the year when I'd been stuck on like 480 subscribers for 6 months because I'd gain 1, lose 6, and then work my way back. And then this community showed me that it was worth it. It's worth sticking it out for, even if it's just for the friends that you make along the way.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's like, it's one of those communities where like, not only do you want to have everybody's back, but like, they have your back. So
there's been interesting moments, there's been sad moments, and there's been infamous moments if you're paying attention to the chat.
Yeah.
It's been a busy year. It's been a busy year for First. I'll put it that way.
It's been some fairly very interesting moments, eh?
Yeah.
Oh my
And I'm
God, the
sorry
chat.
for any platform of yours that I killed.
Windstar waving in the back. Yeah, yeah. I see you waving back there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cowboy with the. Oh man, yeah. This is what I'm talking about right there. This community is something different. But yeah, dude. There's a lot going on this year. Sadly, Stadia's closing down, and its final days are coming up. Like tonight is going to be Destiny 2 or Destiny's last night on Stadia, pretty much, right? Is that right, Rudix?
Yeah, so the announcement on the Bungie Twitter help was that January 10th will be the last day that you will be able to play Destiny 2 on Stadia. Support will end after that. So make sure you hit that cross save. It's the most important thing you can do to continue your Destiny 2 career and carry on all of your gear and all of your equipment you've earned. So you got to make sure you do that. But yeah, it's not going to continue after the Tuesday reset. And since it's an Iron Banner week and people are thinking, oh, maybe I can just play Tuesday morning. It's actually, they cut out a lot of Tuesday morning with the reset after Iron Banner. If you're used to the Destiny 2 cycle. So it's really the last night to be able to get out there and play. There's a lot of people doing a lot of things. There's a Destiny 2 Stadia Discord. I know they're putting on events that they've been starting last night. You got Time over there. You got Tuba. You got Demelius, who actually started the Discord and gathered everyone on Stadia in the Destiny 2 community. So a lot is happening over there. Make sure to check them out and their channels. And as well as my channel, Cloud and Console. We'll be doing some streaming tonight for Destiny 2 Send Off. I believe we're starting at 9 o'clock. So be sure to check us out and jump on. I mean, it was a wild ride. It was the very first game that came to Stadia Pro. They were right there in the beginning. They were doing development in the cloud alongside Stadia. And it's really sort of the nail in the coffin to see them go. And such a large game really had the biggest presence on Stadia. It kept people coming back every day. It had an actual population that rivaled a lot of games in even the Steam universe. So it's hard
what
to
sold
see
me
go.
on cloud gaming completely. Playing Destiny on the cloud as compared to my PS4 console experience at the time. It changed my view on cloud gaming completely, and then took from there. Very sad to see it go early.
I mean, even now, I go on Stadia in my friends list. The only people still on are the Destiny 2 community because they're still clicking away. It's still super easy to play. They're still getting the update, but yeah, it's a sad evening, and it's sad to see it go.
Yeah, man. But I mean, we also have the closing of Stadia coming up, and it's a strange issue because it's on the 18th, and so what we're doing is we're all getting together. We got a little group we're putting together, and we're cooking up something. We're gonna do a special event for the closing of Stadia. We're gonna have a schedule of streams starting at 6 p.m. leading up to midnight Eastern Standard Time on the 17th. And everybody's welcome to join. I'm going to put a link to the Discord if you want to join so you can get more information. There's also a link down in the description for the channel. Yeah, so check it out. Join us. CGTV, and it's all of us guys hanging out, and yeah, we just want to see you there. We want to hang out with you. We want to keep this going even after the 17th. We're all going to still be hanging out, streaming, gaming, doing what we do. It's not over just because we lost Stadia. More to come. There's lots to be excited about, especially like with the GFNs. What, GFN's got a new tier now?
Ultimate tier.
The ultimate. How do you beat the ultimate? What's next?
Is it replacing the 3080 tier, or is it above the 3080 tier? Because pricing wise, it's exactly the same.
It's the exact same price, yeah.
Yeah, yep. It's exact same price. So what they did is something that's quite phenomenal, actually. They released a brand new piece of hardware, and then for all existing customers in GFN, they don't have to pay anything extra, and they get to use that hardware in the cloud. I think that's amazing. It's an amazing premise. I mean, they're going to push people to buy new monitors and hardware. Yeah. So it's a win-win for them.
And do you think we'll start to see the pairing of hardware along with cloudware?
If CES is anything to go by this year, yes.
I could completely
series.
Yeah, I mean, I could completely see somebody that is dedicated to GeForce Now and cloud gaming buying a monitor just to support the new higher frame rate. Like, totally.
Oh yeah, I'm lining up. And I will say one thing in the chat. I didn't know you met Suave Lo-Fi. That was a hilarious comment. And,
yeah, it was.
Cowboy, I will come by if you put away your Jotun. God damn, put away that toaster. It does not belong in PvP.
You do not badmouth the toaster. Do not touch the toaster. That has got me through so much solo content.
Hey, I have a question for everybody. Has your pre-order for Hogwarts Legacy been canceled? I heard a rumor, I don't know if it's true, that Warner Brothers is canceling Hogwarts Legacy pre-orders.
They are, but it is a glitch in the Matrix.
Okay.
It's if you've bought the digital deluxe edition, you've got both versions. You've got last gen and current gen versions. Okay. If you've bought that because the last gen version isn't coming out for another 4 months or something ridiculous, it's just cancelling them outright, and they've got no way within their system to change it around. So it's just you'll get any money that you've paid up front for it, you get that back. Just pre-order the next gen version if you want it day one.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you guys see the video from I don't know if y'all are still interested, but what's that movie with all the blue people? Avatar. Did you see that?
One of the highest grossing movies of all time. Ever. Oh, with all the blue people.
I almost said the Smurfs.
The Smurfs.
And you wouldn't be wrong.
I was thinking, yeah.
But it's been in development for a long time, and they finally showed some footage from it the other day on YouTube, and I found out that James Cameron is actually like involved with every little aspect of the game. Like his approval has to be on every little thing they do, and I'm guessing that's why it's taken so long.
Yeah, but, you're talking about the game version.
The game
of the movie, yeah, because that was rumored
crazy.
To come to Stadia.
My only problem is it's made by Ubisoft, so it will come with all the standard Ubisoft tropes, which are done to death, boring as hell, and it'll be bug riddled as anything else out there. Literally, if it came from any other studio, no issues, but they've not got a good track record at the moment.
Speaking of bugs, and this shocked the hell out of me, there's massive rumors going around that Starfield is amazing.
I've seen both sides of that rumor.
Yeah, I know.
Well, there's also the rumor that Game Pass is shutting down.
Oh,
Game Pass won't. Game Pass won't. xCloud might, but Game Pass won't.
I mean, Johnny Depp may be right once, but is not
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. He's not going to be right twice. Game Pass, I think, is too big.
It's not. Deal. It's not happening until I hear Dorgon start talking about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can't. Why are you going to shut something down with 20 million subscribers?
Yeah, they must not like money.
Yeah.
It's not like they need it, but they want it.
True. Oh man, I kind of lost my train of thought with that one. Oh man,
I got an interesting question though around the panel. Speaking of Hogwarts, which house would you go to?
Slytherin.
Oh, Slytherin. Yeah.
Oh, we got 3 Slytherins because I would pick Slytherin.
Yeah, because I want to kill.
Mate, it's the same house as Merlin. Why wouldn't you?
I want to see I want to see a very angry Harry Potter. So Slytherin for sure.
Lo-Fi, where are you housing?
Okay, you ready to see everybody be like, "What?"
He's gonna go Gryffindor.
No,
I've never watched. I've never watched a Harry Potter movie. I don't know anything about it.
Oh,
Who
wow.
cares about watching it? Read the damn books. It's so much better anyway.
That's
Ooh,
what.
yeah.
Where's
Ooh.
Wilson?
Just buy them secondhand so that you're not,
It's getting flashbacks.
funding a turf.
Yeah, no. That's what I need to do something about that. To be honest with you, because I seen the game and I was like, okay, this looks amazing. I'm gonna have
does
to
look
find
great.
out what Harry Potter's about.
There's a home video out there.
I
of
never get
me-
Harry Potter jokes either.
Me being lead Harry Potter in a school play. So yeah, I think Harry Potter's awesome. I can't wait for the Hogwarts game.
Oh, so Cowboy says it. The rumor that Xbox is shutting
Xbox,
down.
yeah.
Wow.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
Console
They're what,
war's
5
over,
million
guys.
console sales behind
God.
PlayStation.
We give
Plus
up.
Game Pass. There's no way it's shutting down. It's making too much money for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It. I don't think they're going anywhere.
Oh,
I-
N7, he's joining you. That's shocking.
Wow. I'm shocked he hasn't read the books or.
I don't feel so alone now. Thank you. Insane.
Wilson.
It's that
Wilson.
wavelength, bro.
I brought up
Wilson.
Gryffindor.
Now, Wilson, we are of a generation who were around when the books were released. They weren't all released and had the movies made by the time we were born, like with you. So we had this thing called Pottermore, which allowed us to be sorted correctly by the sorting hat, and I got put in
Yeah,
Slytherin.
I remember that.
Why did nobody pick Gryffindor? You're all monsters.
Do they
No, we're
not
just
have
old.
that anymore? The hat? Do they not do that? I don't know the newer Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah, the hat's still there.
The hat's still there. That's good.
Old, battered, curmudgeonly,
And it just goes on so many heads.
Oh, Ray says
probably
that,
stinky.
Yeah, but didn't they sell your son like a $40 wand that only works there at the park? So like, he got like a stick that he took home for $60.
Oh, is it that stick that like works with Google and stuff in your smart house, and you could like
don't think so.
expialidocious the TV?
I don't
What?
think so.
There
I've
are some
seen
like
that.
that, yeah.
I've seen that. I don't know the spells, but you can do that.
Yeah, but no, he bought him a wand, and it works in the park, but that's it.
Oh, in
And then
the Universal Park.
Yeah, and then you take it home, and you have a stick, I guess, like,
Yeah.
with a Bluetooth tip in it. I guess that doesn't work. There.
That'd be
Interesting.
fun to mess around with, do a little hacking on it. Now you have some sort of Bluetooth. Huzzah! Your phone's done.
Wow.
SPG.
I think you're gonna have to
should've-
buy one and make a new market for this.
Yeah, exactly.
I should have. And shout out to Squids if he can make it on. Jump in, bro. So I wish I would have
don't forget to
downloaded
check
that.
your backstage.
Yeah, I've been
It's right
checking.
Oh, okay.
But I wish I would have downloaded that image that graph you showed me earlier, SPG, so I could show it to the audience. But I guess we could share a screen or something.
Ray said he
You got a
paid
link to that?
$75 for a stick.
Oh,
For six.
USD. Oh my goodness.
That's some money for a stick.
Absolutely.
But I mean, yeah, it looks
the performance
amazing.
graph that I was showing you.
Yeah. You got a link to that you could send me real quick, and I'll share it or something.
It's possible. Let me try to find it.
So SPG, you're gonna run it on locally on the 4090 and show everybody what it looks like, or are you gonna pass
What-
on the Hogwarts game?
No, I'll probably end up getting it because Sierra, she really likes Harry Potter, and she
Oh,
found
nice.
out that you could design your own like communal living area, and she was
Okay.
all about it, about designing an area to her liking.
So you design your own like dorm, or is it you design like your whole clan area?
You have a space that's all your own that you can make your own.
So it's like your dorm room in the
Yeah.
in the Hogwarts. Do you customize your own character, or is it like playing the role
Completely
of somebody?
self-made character. It's a full RPG. Yeah.
Oh, ooh,
Set
that's cool.
over 100 years before the novels.
If Cowboy's in the chat, I should hire his wife to like make my character. She spends hours,
Oh,
and the
yeah.
likeness is unreal.
Yeah.
She should sell that as a service. Like,
Right.
I would.
No doubt. Yeah, that what was that game that they did? Oh, it was Saints Row.
I loved Saints
Yeah.
Row.
Yeah, do you
Oh,
remember their
SPG's
characters though? It was insane.
Oh my gosh. SPG, do not make your character in Hogwarts. let Sierra do that. I don't want to watch some disfigured wizard creature monster with huge
yeah.
knockers and pinwheels on the end. With
Its
wands.
name will be Tripod.
Wow.
No, let's see if I can. So okay, let me
Let's look
pull
at
this
it.
up. Yeah, here we go.
Technical information.
Yeah,
I mean,
Where
this
is
is
it?
this is the stuff that boom.
so yeah, explain what we're seeing here, SPG. Let me take.
None of that
chat
comes
here.
close to a Mali GPU.
Right on. No, but so what exactly do you want me to explain, Lo-Fi? What we're looking at? What we're looking at is a benchmark for Horizon Zero Dawn, a full test suite.
I'm gonna have to dip, guys. I'm sorry. I'll catch you in a bit.
Oh, it's
Okay,
great
bro.
talking to you, Dorgon. Oh, make sure
Always a
to. I'm
pleasure.
gonna make sure to listen to your podcast, the Nerd Migos. I saw that was out, so look forward to that.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
In a bit.
shout yourself out real quick if you need to, if you can, or if you
I've
gotta
got
do
to
it.
go quick. I'm sorry,
Okay.
guys.
We'll
See
catch
ya.
you next time, man. Be sure to go and check out Dorgon's channel. I'll make sure I put a link down in the description for everybody, and subscribe. The dude does really good content. He games, and he also does like reviews and tutorials even. So
And he's got a great podcast. It's just him and two buddies, and they talk about everything nerd culture. So it's
Yeah,
really
they're
great to
hilarious.
listen to. And I think they put up their first live one, so I'm gonna be sure to check it out. But let's look at these geomeans. I don't know what a geomean is. Actually, wait. Let me get. A mean is kind of like the average. But I don't know what geo would mean in this.
Yeah, it's just a benchmark test basically of raw performance between the 4090, the 4080, the 3090 Ti, the 3090, and then AMD's equivalent cards all the way down to the 3080 10 gigabyte. And the 4070 that just got released by AMD would fall somewhere right after the 3090 and significantly under the 3090 Ti. Now, the reason I bring this up is because right now, if you go to purchase a 3090 from, say, Amazon for a decent card, you're looking at like $1,000 for it. Now, the 4070 that was just released, AMD basically lied when they kind of released it in their marketing, or flubbed the numbers a little bit. They showed you comparisons with DLSS 3.0 on. That's not raw performance. That's not pushing the card and seeing where you end up. That's with DLSS on. What DLSS does is it takes a lower resolution, like 1440p, and it upscales it in either like the best quality it can, or a performance quality, or whatever, so the game runs a little better. You'll have higher frame rates. But it's kind of faking the resolution. It's not actually locked at that resolution. It's a fluctuation. So people crapped all over the 4070 because they said that it's 1 point something times faster than the 3090 and the 3090 Ti, and it's actually not. In raw performance, it's just past the 3090 and it's well under the 3090 Ti. But you can go pick this card up for $800. So you can't go get a really nice 3090 for under $1,000 unless you go get used or something like that. So if you have like a 1660 Super and you're upgrading, it might be a decent upgrade for you. But what they basically did is NVIDIA is adopting scalper prices, kind of. It's going to be the norm going forward. A 3060 and a 3070 when it was released last time was around $400 to $500. The same cost to performance card. This one should have been about the same price, but it's not.
Right.
It's $800. So you're paying way more and getting less. So what that actually makes you do, I know this is probably hard for some people to follow, but what it makes you end up doing is buying the best of the best.
Right, like it doesn't make sense to not just go ahead and spend a little extra money to get the 4090.
Yeah, because the 4080 is a nice little jump over the 4070, but there's a massive jump to go to the 4090. Basically, so let's say you want to get the 4070, and you're going to be paying $850 or $899. Well, a few more $100 you're at the 4080 level, and then a few hundred more you're at the 4090 level. There's not enough performance per value there.
And I think the one caveat that they did bring with the 4070 Ti was the reduced power consumption. So I feel like they're making like strides in some places and then reducing in others. It's just kind of growing pains as they come out with these graphic cards. But I will give them kudos for finding a way to reduce the power consumption by almost half on the 4070. So that was some sort of move forward, I will say.
Power consumption is extremely important. But what you got to remember is that like 90% of this stuff is all marketing gobbledygook.
Right.
Like as an example, I'm going to put another link in here for you, Lo-Fi. They're releasing, the 40 series laptops. A 4090 is this wide. It's like literally this big. It's massive. It's
that's
giant.
what I don't understand. Yeah.
Okay, so this is how they get away with this. So you got a 40 series laptop on the way, and a 4090 or a 4090 is literally this damn fat. Okay, it's huge. I put another link in there, Lo-Fi, for you to click on.
Yeah, I'm gonna open it right
now. So if you were brand new and you watched NVIDIA's scroll all the way to the top. So if you were brand new to laptops, you wanted to go get a good gaming laptop, and you went and you read the box on a 4090 laptop, and you were like, man, this is great. I'm going to get a 4090. Not really. What are you getting there? Read that. Oh, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090 mobile is as fast as a 3090 desktop card.
What?
So why is this called a 4090? I understand it's got the architecture, but so a 4090 can run up to 600 watts. So a 3090 can get up to 580 watts or something, depending. It depends on what card you got. But scroll down and see if it. Well, maybe it's here. See where it says the power consumption. So you're getting the equivalent of a 3090 in your, which is still voodoo to me. How you take a 3090 and fit it in a laptop is still like, this is still incredible. It's still incredible. But what I'm saying is the marketing will get you. You think you're getting a 4090 laptop. You're actually not. You're getting a 3090 worth of performance out of a 40 series laptop with the 40 series architecture. The power consumption is so turned down that there's no way to get the performance out of it. Just remember, I guess all I'm saying is that this technology is amazing and it is fantastic, but marketing is a MFer, and they can get you to buy into stuff. I mean, like if I went to go buy a laptop and I didn't know about computers and I bought the 4090 version, I would go home thinking I had 4090 performance. Reading everything they say, you would think that.
And that's the exact same boat I was in. I thought, I'm going to get a 3000 series laptop. I'm going to have the power of a 3050 Ti. But that's not the case. I don't have the power of a 3000 series. I have the power of low settings on this computer at 1080p.
You've got like a 1050 Ti or something. Yeah.
But I think that's what they're doing with the 4000 series is they keep pushing mobile because there is a market for there. And I mean, they can do it with the marketing if they put that architecture chip in there. I think that's the only piece of the pie.
Because it's technically a 40 series. Yeah. Because you get the DLS 3.0 and all that stuff. Now, they've been doing this with laptops and the mobile versions for a long time, but I'm really getting tired of the marketing upspeak, the upsell. Just tell us what it is. Like, for example, that the tune down is for laptops, or does that affect desktops? No, it's only for laptops. But yeah, so I don't know. It's always like like as an example, the PS5 has got 8K on the box, or it used to. It would say,
it does. Yeah, mine does.
Yeah, it can't do 4K 120, let alone 8K.
Right. And your average person's not gonna know, like,
it can do 4K 120. It just
it can do 4K 120.
Not often. Not on
all the
games.
God of War Ragnarok is 4K 120.
That's amazing.
With the right monitor.
Settings?
Monitor. You need the monitor that accepts the HDMI 2.1, which is like brand new monitors only. So yeah, you got to buy the hardware to support it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another thing I don't quite understand is like what is running in the PS5? Is that a 3000 series graphics card equivalent?
No, your 3000 series graphics card, bro, like a desktop version, runs circles around the PS5.
Yeah.
Easy.
Wow.
The sad thing about consoles is that when you buy them, it's already like outdated tech. Like it basically is.
Yeah.
You're not getting the top of the line GPU. You're not getting the top of the line. Like the only thing that they introduced to the average customer this time around was the M.2 NVMe. That was the big thing.
The storage.
The storage changed. So it made a big damn difference. A big difference.
Right. And performance, yeah, people noticed that. And they got, I get what you're saying. They think they have something.
But it's an affordable option and it's a closed box option.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you're inside a
and it's $500 compared to $1,500 to $2,500 for a really good PC. Yeah. So it's not a direct comparison at all. But I'm just saying, when you buy a console, you're thinking, oh man, I'm going to be getting all of my first person shooters at 4K 120. I'm going to be able to run, but it doesn't. A lot of them don't. Look at Callisto Protocol as an example. If you want 4K, you're getting 30 frames, 4K 30. Maybe they fixed that. Maybe it's 4K 60 now, but even PCs have struggle playing that game. So like, I don't know. Yeah. Just beware of the marketing. The marketing can make you think all kinds of stuff, but it doesn't actually make it true.
And from the gaming aspect, I mean, these developers, from what we're hearing, like on Callisto Protocol, they're designing and optimizing for the PS5 because that has 30 million units sold. That's going to hit a lot of gamers. And so the PC optimization is a little harder to come by because there's so many different graphics cards they got to work with. So that's what I'm hearing a little bit, but I mean, it's all minuscule things, little bugs people can just get over.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that the PS5 can't do 4K 120, but what I'm saying is on very popular high-end AAA games, it can't come close to that.
The PC will blow it out of the water on a 4090. I mean, GFN will blow it out of the water on their 4080 equivalent. So,
absolutely.
And yeah, we do have some, according to CES, did you see that gaming monitor that Samsung came out with, the 8K 240 FPS? Huge curved screen. They said only a 4090 can handle this screen. That's what the description says on it. And you may need some more space for this, 60-inch curved screen monitor from Samsung?
So you got to keep in mind that gaming isn't just about like the textures and the stuff you're seeing on the screen. It's also about the frame rate. And so not only are they packing more into games, they're trying to get those games to run faster and more eye candy. Like I don't know where we're headed, man, but I have the 4090. Most people don't. But you
what did you say the other day? The percentile when you did your when you did your benchmarking and you were seeing what
Top
percentile you're
1%. 90. I did a bench test through 3D Mark through Steam, and it's Port Royal. My Port Royal score was 27,676 or 766 or something like that. Anyway, when you scroll down and you compare it, you'll see that it says that my PC, at least graphic with the processor and the graphics card, I'm 99% ahead of all other PCs, like on the graph.
wow.
But that's just because I have the latest and greatest. Not anymore. I'm sorry. I have the 12th gen i9. There's a 13th gen i9 now, but that's with an Intel Core i9 129K and the 4090. So, see,
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's enough to it's enough to give you a headache. I wouldn't want to. I could imagine if somebody's in the market for one of these right now, it's like decisions, man.
Yeah.
It's more your budget and your performance, and I think if you align those two, you can come up with a build that works great for your situation. So
I would
don't be too bogged down. There's a couple components, but I think SPG said it well yesterday. If you can build a Lego set, you can build a PC easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The PC is easy. The hard thing is if one of those parts is bad, then you don't know why it didn't start. Well, what happened? You don't, but if all your parts are actually arrive in working order, putting a PC together is very easy. And let me specify this. You don't need a 4090 to game at a high level. You don't. A 16, what depends on what card you should buy is what resolution you want to game at and what frames per second you want to see out of that game. That's really the determining factor. And,
well, Linus Tech Tips just did that video where they pulled the whole switcheroo. You see the 8K difference, and like some people could, some people can't, and it's really up to you what looks good.
It depends what you're used to. So that's what I was going to get at with Anthony there. Anthony, if I run you a game that runs at a solid 120 and that's what you've played on for the past 8 months, and I switch you to 60 hertz, you're going to go, this is dog shit. You're going to feel it. You're going to know it. You really are. It's all up to your preference. And what I was getting back to the cards is you don't need a 4090. You can get high 2K 1440p refresh rate from a 1660 Super, from a 3060. You can get decent 4K from a 3070, 3080 card. Like they're not designed for necessarily like max out settings at 4K, but you can do this stuff and you can get decent frame rate. Then you add on DLS 3.0 or DLS, not for the 30 series, but for the 40, or you add on DLS 2.0 for the 30 series. And now it takes that, like, say 70 frames you got. Now it's 170 or 140. Like, there is differences to the frame rate, and you can tell if you have the right monitor and the right setting set. And then if I change those on you, you're going to be upset or feel the difference. It's true. It's true. If you've never experienced it, I can't explain it to make sense to you. But
like if you're used to gaming in 4K,
he says, Geek's asking, will my 3060 cables work for my 3080, or do I need to purchase new cables to hook it up?
No. If they're 8-pin or whatever, they're the same cables. It should work just fine. If you are putting a new power supply in, don't use the same cables. Use the cables that came with the new power supply. They could be rated different or whatever. You don't want to do that. But if it's the same power supply, and they're the exact cables, it should be exactly the same. Just hot swappable.
Awesome. Yeah. Ray says he's already wanting to upgrade.
I mean,
he did. He said he went from a 60 hertz to a 165, and he can see a big difference. Now he wants 244. Now let's be honest though. Okay. Let's be honest. Even my 4090, I can only get 4K 120 or 144. That's all you can get through DisplayPort 1.3. That's all you can get through HDMI 2.1. The new NVIDIA card or the new AMD cards that have DisplayPort 2.0, they can go up to 400 hertz at 1080p, I think, 240 hertz at 4K, 60 hertz at 8K. or yeah, something like that. Anyway, their cards will never reach there though, so that really doesn't matter. But what does that tell you? That NVIDIA didn't put a high-end port, a newer port, on even the 4090. Well, I mean, that tells you that the cards aren't even ready yet for those monitors.
Well, it's like
raw performance. I mean, not with DLSS on and getting the higher frame. I'm talking raw performance. The cards aren't even there yet, so they didn't even put the new port to get the higher refresh rate on the cards. It's weird.
Well, to go along with what Cowboy's saying here, it's it also makes you wonder what's the shelf life of what you just bought.
I think 5 years would be safe. I mean, you could play that thing for 10 years if you wanted to, if you notched it down to low settings for the future of gaming. But who knows? I mean, in 10 years, we may have cloud native games and the whole landscape may change.
Unless you're about being at the top of the top.
Well, average games right now in VRAM, not the performance of your card. That's something totally different. But the average game with maxed out settings is like 8.5 gigs of VRAM. That's about average for 4K gaming with maxed out.
Ooh.
And the 4090's got 24 gig.
Well, what Returnal is coming to PC, and they're saying the requirements for that are 32 gigs of RAM to play Returnal.
Not VRAM. That's RAM in your system.
That's RAM in your system.
Yeah, that's yes.
That's still a large requirement.
It is, but there's a large requirement for Minecraft if you have a whole bunch of stuff tacked on.
Yeah,
not 32 gigs though. I wouldn't.
You could fill it. I've seen somebody
do it. Yeah, you could do it.
And run enough add-ons to use that much RAM. But no, but that's your.
But how does that run on a PS5?
VRAM is the accessible RAM that's on the GPU itself, directly accessible by the die.
I'm guessing the PS5 just has a ton of RAM.
A VRAM? I'm not actually sure. I think it's got 14 or 12, one of the two. Maybe 16. I know it's proprietary. It's not like a graphics card.
Right, they have little Sony AI creatures that they trap inside each PS5 to work as slaves for you to game.
That's right.
So explain to me so now that all these, that we got the 4090 and all this, what is GFN doing exactly with their tiers? What has happened here with the whole shuffle?
Well, it's an upgrade, right? Everybody they rebranded, first of all. So the Ultimate is now the highest tier. And do not jump into Ultimate and think you're getting 4080 today, because that is not the case. I'm sorry if anyone had fell for, again, marketing strategies. They changed the name, but don't offer what the Ultimate is supposed to offer.
And the marketing shifted a little more. It made me purchase the tier again because it said, hey, seating is reserved. You don't want to not get a seat. You don't want to not get a seat at the table. So I was like, well, I want a seat at the table. So I gave them some damn money.
Of course, they just play that little FOMO card, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But then people who are on the highest tier right now have access to a 3080 gaming hub. So from what I'm learning is it's not exactly the same as a 3080 graphics card. They have these gaming server hubs that are 3080 equivalent. From what I'm learning. And what is going to happen is they are upgrading those to the 4000 series gaming hubs.
To a 4080 equivalent.
Right. So gamers will have access to these features, which include a new 240 hertz mode, which is not going to be at 4K. They're not running 4K 240. Is it 1080 or 2K?
Yes.
I thought I read 2K somewhere.
No, that's 1080.
Okay, thank you. So it's
16.
1080.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To my knowledge, now you may have a different source of information, but to my knowledge, it's going to be 1080p to, or is it 400 hertz? I don't know. I forget, but.
And then in addition to that, people are going to have access to DLSS 3. It's a free upgrade, so you're still paying that $20 a month. for access to this. And all the other tiers will be shifted equivalent. So the priority tier will get a graphics boost, and the free tier, I'm pretty sure, is just staying the same. There was not much said about
basically what GeForce Now is offering somebody is, hey, do you want to try out a $2,500 gaming rig? Hey, give me $20 and you can try it.
So when does this start, Rudigs? When are they switching over?
So the marketing has switched over immediately. However, the information they have given us is Q1 2023. We will be getting the access to the 4000 series gaming hub. I'm going to be calling it the 4000 gaming series hub, just so I don't call it
makes
4080, because I'm like SPG. I'm not a fan of them like saying it's a 4080, because there should be a hard line differentiator between what a desktop graphics card is and what these other graphics cards are, and that's including mobile and cloud. So I think we should really be drawing the line there, so we're not confusing people, because it's not the same, and we're learning that from firsthand. So thank you.
Dorgon, you can slap a graphics card if it'll fit in almost anything. You can pair it with, I mean, a 4080 will give you so much performance even with a shit CPU. You could go buy a $200 Dell and have the card running outside the machine. If you were creative enough, you could do some stuff on the cheap. But anyway, to be able to spend $20 and to be able to test out a $2,500 or $3,500 rig is pretty impressive. If it is the exact equivalent of a 4080.
Wilson, I would imagine they're gonna honor any past codes or anything that they,
maybe not. I've heard some of those expire, so I would watch out for that.
Yeah. Well,
in addition, they are also bringing 4K streaming to GeForce Now. So
yeah, they're gonna be like probably the highest quality thing we've seen in the cloud yet.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
And that's not all. They're bringing ultra wide monitor support. So that big beefy Samsung TV that just came on, that could be compatible with GeForce Now. But it's pretty awesome to see. This is all coming for free.
And that's what I'm watching, Dorgon. Yeah. That's what I'm watching when it comes to the 40, because I have something to compare it to.
Right. Literally. It was more like a 3000 series gaming hub.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Or the enterprise version of a 3000 series card,
commanded by Captain Picard.
Yeah. Captain's log. We went over this. But yeah, I think it'll be awesome for somebody to be able to experience that. But yeah, just beware of marketing, man, because I don't know. Nvidia is saying that the 4070 is way better than the 3090, but only with DLSS 3.0 on. And if you don't want to run at a lower resolution and have it upscaled, that you won't even use that. So that isn't even a performance measure that you're going to go on at all. It's just interesting. Same with the laptops. Just beware. Look at the wattage. How much power is that GPU pulling? How thick is it? Because a 4090 is this big.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how did they fit that in a laptop? Well, they didn't.
Yeah.
That's the point. They fit a cut down 3090. Or it's the 40 series architecture, but they turn the voltage down so low that it doesn't burn itself out. And, it's just not the exact same thing. So why didn't they brand this as a 3090 laptop? Well, technically, because it has 40 series options, DLS3.
Yeah.
And,
See,
I don't know.
I'm really excited about what GFN's doing here with their cloud, but and I know they're just rumors, but with the rumors about xCloud going around and the fact that we've been sitting here watching, and waiting for them to improve it, and they just we haven't noticed it. Like, it's still.
I played it last night. I don't think
very
it's
touchy. Yeah, it's got its moments of greatness and its moments of sadness. But I really want to see them improve. I like what Xbox has done with their cloud. I think they're
Well,
missing the point in some spots, but maybe
so
I'm missing the point in marketing.
well, I don't know if you're missing the point. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't. You can at least say that xCloud is a platform. It is a console. It might not be a marketplace at this point to where you
Yeah.
can buy a game and play it in the cloud, but it's vastly different than GeForce Now.
And they're
Right.
giving
I think what I
offerings,
like about
day
it is the
ones.
console feel and the amount of games they give you. I do like
Yeah,
that.
and those
but-
day one game offerings, I mean, that's very powerful if you can just log into the cloud and play it. But
Yeah,
however,
I mean,
when
I
it
really
came to
like
High on
GFN,
Life,
though.
I would have rather downloaded it to my PC, which I know I'm going to only run on very low settings, than play in xCloud because it's just not an experience
Exactly.
that I can play through anything right now. But
Yeah.
GeForce
Yeah.
Now, you can easily play through anything. It's going to be a fantastic experience on the exact same hardware. So it's a little
Playing
hard for me to
Battlefield.
understand.
Playing Battlefield on the xCloud isn't very satisfying. I'll say
No.
that. I'll say that for sure.
Yeah. Well, since going PC, my library has exploded. Like I went from 0 games to like PC is the way to go, man. There's games everywhere for cheap and for free.
I was so upset when I lost my Stadia backlog because I had planned on playing so many of those titles. But in all fairness, if you start collecting the free games, before you know it, you got a huge backlog again. I've got
Epic was giving
games.
away a game every day over the Christmas holiday, leading up to Christmas. And I got a bunch of awesome games through them. But
The
now that I
sales
got
were just out of this world, man.
Mhm.
The sales were amazing.
yeah.
They really were.
But now that I got all these games, I still only have one game in my library that's on GFN. And it's like, man, there's so many games I want to play that just aren't there. And
for people with no hardware, the 40 the ultimate tier will be pretty compelling for a lot of folks. But for most folks, they're probably not playing on a high refresh rate monitor, so they're not going to know any different. They might be able to turn a few settings up higher, get a few more textures bumped up or something, but other than that, they may not experience too much.
But what I'm talking about in my experience isn't everybody's. It's more like if you're playing the hot new games, GFN's got them. I just don't have the hottest, newest games. But
I mean,
I'll get there.
GFN does a great job. I think Cloud Dosage did a little comparison of all the AAA games coming out for each cloud service, and they were blowing it out of the park. I mean,
they are.
They have the access to the big games coming out. The Wukong coming out this year, that's going to be on GFN. So,
then that's the game to play right there. Especially if you're if you like Sekiro or like
you want to see
Elden
some
Ring.
eye candy. That game will definitely give you some eye candy.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good. But anyway, guys, I just want to shout out one more time. If you made it this far into the show, I just want to shout out that we're going to be doing the big the closing for Stadia event. I know that the Stadia Discord is VV and all them. They're putting together an event that's going to be really big. They have a lot of people that have signed up. It's been pretty amazing. Go ahead.
Real quick, time out before I got to jump off. David made a good point, and I am not a PC snob because I do agree with him. Don't disagree at all that PC is the place to be, but the barrier of entry to having a PC that can run these games, let alone run them well, is too bloody high. I completely agree with you, and that's why I understand why the PS5 and the Xbox Series X is so compelling. It's so compelling at that price point. I totally get it, man. Totally.
It really is, and most of gaming's catered to the console.
Yeah, right. So when people are saying, "Oh man, the Series S is holding gaming back," well, all of us PC guys are going, "Man, these consoles, they're holding gaming back." But it's all your perspective. You know what I mean?
It's all your perspective. It's just like with the Series S and the Series X. debate over if the Series S is holding Xbox games back. It's kind of like that, but on a bigger scale.
Well, if people are making games for 4-year-old architecture and generational hardware, like, I don't know, you can't do, like, if somebody built a game that maxed out and utilized my CPU and my GPU, there's no way the PS5 or the Xbox could even play the game.
Well, actually, I don't think we'll ever see that, right? Because we're going to skip that step entirely and just go into cloud native games.
I think you're right.
We'll just have servers hosting our games.
I think you're completely right.
Yep. That's when you'll see Ubisoft Scalar and all that stuff start popping its head out, and because they're working on it, and eventually it's going to hit market, right?
Yep.
It's just a matter of time.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, the guys over at the Stadia Discord, because they're still active over there. People still hang out in there. They're doing a big event, and our community, our immediate community around us, all us guys here in the chat, we know who we're talking about. We've got a little thing going on, and you can check out the pinned Discord link in the chat, or it's on Lo-Fi Monk's channel if you're watching if you're on the right channel. It's pinned, but there's also a link to the channel down in the description. But yeah, we're going to be doing a community event. We're going to start at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 17th, and we'll be leading up to 11 p.m. where we do a community event where everybody hangs out, streams, and games together. You can join us. It's everybody's invited. And yeah, Rudigs, where can the guys find you? Let them know what you're up to, what you're doing, where you're at.
Yeah, you can find me RUDIGGZ, YouTube and Twitter. We will be running Destiny 2 tonight as it's closing its doors on Stadia, as well as I'm doing a little tribute to Stadia, trying to get my favorite games up on stream before the end. So I'll be doing that each and every night before the shutdown. It's a bittersweet end, but I had a lot of fun the other night playing through Sekiro. I did the best run I've ever done. New Game Plus, played for an hour. I beat almost a quarter of the game without dying. Like
nice.
Boss on boss
That's
on
amazing.
boss.
That's amazing, considering I died 1,000 times on a guy riding a horse.
Yeah, I killed the horse dude first try, covered in blood. Oh my, it was so amazing. My brother was in the chat. He's like, if you lose to this boss, 100 push-ups. I'm like, I'm not losing to this boss. But yeah,
I feel that in my soul. It's okay if Doc kills me over and over again. Well, not okay, but I'll take it because he's a human. But that NPC, I'm coming for you.
Yeah. So we'll be doing lots of that, having lots of fun as per usual. And today I'll be hanging out hopefully later on in some Battlefield with SPG.
Yeah, definitely check that out. So SPG, tell everybody what you got going on.
Oh, well, today in 2 hours on my channel, Simply Pwned Gaming, I'll be playing some Battlefield 2042. I have the
whoa!
I have the pwned. I have the pwned server. We can fit like 64 people in. So if you want to come, shoot me in the face. Let's do it.
Yes, join SPG. What is going on? Squids and Purple Haze popping in. Oh my god, I'm not getting the alert when y'all are backstage. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how long you've been waiting back there. What's up? Are you
definitely
here?
said check backstage at one point.
Oh, the after show.
No worries. Yeah,
what's up, bro? How you doing?
Twice.
Well, we can make a little room. I know you guys might have to, but I'm here. Yeah, what's up, Perp? Are you there? Or did I miss you?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Good morning. How was your holiday, guys?
I was working. I've been working and traveling. That was it. But so such as things. But how was you all?
Dude, I had a pretty awesome holiday. I got a really cool gift from the community. Shout out to everybody. Thank you so much. And continuing my gaming journey and my content creation journey here on YouTube, just picking things back up now that the holidays are over. But yeah, other than that, normal stuff. How about you, Squids?
Big chillin', man. Yeah. Gaming left and right.
Big
Hell
chill.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We were just talking about we are I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but we're gearing up to do a little community thing for the closing of Stadia. I was telling everybody that BB and the guys in Stadia also have an event going over there in the Discord. But yeah, everybody, let's just all jump in and stream that day and game that day with each other. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have plans for the ending. Tonight's the last night for Destiny too.
Yeah, we're getting
Yeah,
on.
it's a little bittersweet end.
Yeah, it is. Jeff Janak tonight at 7 p.m. CST. He's going to be doing a Red Dead Redemption stream. We're going to go in and now Rockstar was awesome enough to let us transfer our characters, not our characters per se, the looks and stuff, but all of our gold, all of our currency. We got it all back. So we're going to jump into Red Dead on Stadia right before the closing. And I guess tonight we're going to go waste our ammo and go spend some money before we can.
Is that tonight or the last night? I think Jeff was talking about the 16th or the 15th for doing the burn Stadia down.
Okay, I could be wrong. But that's coming up, though. It's on the horizon.
Yes, yeah, it's coming up on the horizon for sure. Burn down the Stadia world in Red Dead.
Yeah, yep. Time to burn it down. So yeah, guys, we were kind of talking about like our favorite moments over the past year, things that have happened in the community, and we were talking about Stadia 1000. That was kind of my favorite. One of my favorite moments. Not that I being late, but how it all played out. That was a funny moment for me. But yeah, guys, you got any favorite moments from last year or over the years through Stadia that you would like to share?
I mean, it's always been about the community. So any of the community events were great moments, I think. But I don't know if I necessarily have a favorite. I definitely have a least favorite, but that's a different story. But yeah, no, I think it's just always about the community and just seeing people come together. So community play days. Obviously, last year when they did the Stadia Game of the Year awards, that was a really cool event to see that come through. I just think every single time the community just came to support each other, support streamers, support game content creators, whatever it is. I think that was kind of cool for me.
Yeah. Like I know a lot of shared community thing that's a lot of people's favorites. Squid's morning show. So yeah, thanks for joining the show and coming on here and talking to us and hanging out, bro. Because I know we've all had a lot of fun times in your chat, bro. And I think if it wasn't for your show, a lot of us wouldn't have connected the way we have. So you've played a huge part in that. So thanks.
Yeah, man. Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
Uh-oh. Can everybody else hear Squids?
He's pretty low. I just assumed he was underwater.
That's okay. I can turn him up a little bit. There we go.
So I can answer Purple and Squids' favorite times in the Stadia community. Purple's favorite time was when she interviewed Rudigs and Nads on the Chat Stadia interview. I'm sure that was one of her biggest highlights, if not her most favorite time. That was absolutely epic. I got my mom and dad to come into the chat, my brothers and sisters. We were just having a riot hanging out. And then Squids is when he had me on the morning show. That was probably a huge highlight for him. He just hasn't had told you guys yet, but that was an awesome morning show. We had a lot of people in chat.
Yeah.
I dressed up in a nice morning show shirt. I had my cup there. I really played the part. We went through all the news, and it was a lot of good times. A lot of good times being part of the community.
That reminds me of the time you dressed up as the Bucky's beaver on the show.
The Bucky's
that was
Beaver
epic.
onesie. and I'm Canadian. It's like, what part of me?
Where? Yeah, I know that was so random, bro. That was so good. That was so good. But I'll tell you what. Also, I wanted to talk about that we hadn't brought up things that I'm looking forward to in the year to come. Purple Shade is finally gonna happen. That's something we've joked about on this show quite often, and it's finally come to materialize. You want to tell the audience about that, Perp?
Yeah, so I think, I was inspired by talking to a few people, but we'll be doing like short video, not live sessions, but like 5 to 7 minute videos on what I think about certain things, and potentially calling some people out on well, not directly but indirectly on their predictions. But the first one will be Activision Blizzard, and looking forward to seeing what that generates.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Yes, and I remember the first time it even came up. Shout out to Main Games, because I don't know, Perp was going off about something, and he was like, "Do I sense an episode of Purple Shade?" Oh man, it's so cool to see you getting into that and doing it. I do look forward to that, because you definitely bring something to the table that you can't find anywhere else. And I enjoy your game streams, like the horror thing. Like I would have never imagined that was the direction you were going to go when you started doing your YouTube, and it's been amazing. I've always had a good time in your channel. What do you think about these new YouTube policies?
Define new YouTube policies.
so now they have a new policy for gaming, as far as being able to be monetized, as far as game violence and language.
Like what is it? I mean, I'm not monetized either way, so it's like
you just can't have game violence. There can't be any realistic game violence.
All right, we'll see what happens. Okay,
I think they have issues with discoverability, which they need to address, I think, because it's a much different system than, say, Twitch. And I've seen some people just be absolutely frustrated with trying to find anybody who's doing anything live in regards to gaming on YouTube. So I hope they spend some attention there, and really bringing that up for people. But
I think they introduced these policies.
Content that you make.
Yeah. But I mean, I think they introduced these new policies and they get a little backlash and then they adjust, and so I don't think it's over yet.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the same thing. I think with everything, when Twitch and the other game streaming platforms enforce their policies, I think YouTube will do it. But at the moment, I just think it's lip service. We'll see what happens.
And apparently you have to watch your language, but it's like a mystery of what.
Well, you can't have 10 to 15% of cussing in your video stream. All right, so I won't do my Samuel L. Jackson impersonation, I guess.
So it's really
SPG, F and the B.
Yeah, because like every fifth word he says is a cuss word on his stream. So that's really the only streamer that I think needs to maybe tone it down or add some of those bleeps to editing, post editing.
It's not gonna happen. Oh, it's hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. Interesting to see what the future is gonna hold. There's a lot of things happening though. I mean, we were just talking about GFN's new tier, their new cards that were out, the new games that are coming out. Is there a game specifically that you're looking forward to, you guys? Any of y'all?
On GFN or just in general?
Yeah, just in general.
Tears of the Kingdom. Come on, Purple. Yeah. How are you not pumped?
I mean, y'all know, like, obviously, like, I could say Pikmin, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, but some of the games that I don't think get enough talked about, but that I'm looking forward to, Bramble is one of them. I'm really looking forward to that game.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to you playing. As soon as I seen the demo, I was like, dude, that's a perp game right there.
Yeah,
I want to watch that.
Yeah, that one, and then another one that I'll probably start doing maybe a community play day for when it comes out, and it hasn't got a lot of play, but I think it's going to be a cool game. Is Arc Raiders? I'm really looking forward to that one as well.
Yeah, I'm so disappointed about Evil West. I can't believe that turned out to be.
Oh my god! Some people like Evil West. So I had a couple of people on my stream when it came out, and they said, "Hey, Purple, I like it," and I was like, "All right, you like it." I don't.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, taking that off now.
That's a different R-rated channel, Slusher. Sorry.
What I will say is that that one has probably the best curated indie library out of any of the services. Like, I actually have found several games on that platform. So
I just feel like I can't trust another cloud service, especially if they're not backed. Like, I do think GFN is backed by all their graphic cards and what they bring to the market, but when it comes to these other ones, I've just been burned. It's hard for me to trust. GFN is more like a tool than a real cloud gaming hub.
I don't personally, I think I said this before, I don't think we will see a cloud platform again. I think we'll see cloud accessories to gaming.
Yeah, because it helps them sell their hardware.
Yeah,
if you think about the ecosystem of Xbox, it's kind of set up in a way where like it's almost right, but not right, and it makes sense if you look at the fact that they're trying to sell you Windows and Xbox.
That's an interesting point. So do you think Stadia died because they didn't get enough attention, or they died because of the idea of a cloud console?
I think they died for a lot of reasons.
It's just compounded problems.
But part of it, whether or not we want to believe, people keep saying about the marketing, and I think people will talk about, I like to blame Phil Harrison. But at the end of the day, I think more than half of the reason is the market switched. Like, the market just didn't want that. Like, no matter how much we say it, that's just the reality. Now, maybe in the future, but right now, it's not what the market wanted. And I mean, cloud streaming is extremely expensive at the end of the day. Not necessarily just for consumers, but for companies to do it. And in order to do it at scale, I mean, you got to think it's more expensive than what Netflix streams at, just because of the how much data is being processed and the computers in the back end that need to do it. It is extremely expensive, and so
because with Netflix you're just storing a file and serving it to someone, but with cloud gaming it's like you're running computer processes.
No. The hardware in Stadia was unbelievably expensive. And so I just don't, not anytime soon, unless someone like a Nintendo or PlayStation comes about. But I think they're all looking at it the same way, which is, this is not the generation. When I say the generation, I mean like people 15 and up. This is not for them. Maybe 5 and up, but not 15 and up.
Yeah, it's a whole new landscape without Stadia around too now, because it's, I don't know. It took a while to adjust.
Is somewhat popular. I mean, you got 25 million GFN subscribers, and you got 20 million Xbox Cloud users. I mean, there's some gravitational pull around cloud. And I think GFN, the market is growing. The market space, the predictions. I mean, it's going to hit $1 billion in less than 10 years. I mean,
it already has hit a bit, but
right. Yeah.
Well, I think GFN's dialed in where people really need that use case, right?
Yeah, I mean, GFN is GFN is in it to sell hardware, right? Like, I think someone said, like, GFN's getting all the new games. They're not getting all the new games. Like they don't get all of them. They do selective marketing on which ones they're going to put on there, which ones they aren't. that's their business model.
Right,
But,
and it also makes sense to them maybe they curate games that benefit from using NVIDIA, right?
yeah, and what I want to also point out is when we talk about cloud gaming, like from a market, like a business perspective, it's not cloud streaming, right? When they're talking about those huge projections, like guess what? When you're playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare, you're cloud gaming. Like that's what they talk about. The way you are doing matchmaking, the way you are connecting with people, that is actually what the business to business side of cloud gaming is. Cloud streaming though, even with the numbers you just threw out, Rudix, let's use 100. Let's use all console gamers, period, which is usually around 200 to 250 million. This is still less than 10% of all gamers worldwide, and these numbers aren't changed. Like at the end of the day, a cloud platform is still kind of in the same boat as a console, whether or not we want to agree with it or not. That's the truth. And console sales have like shipping of consoles is kind of plateaued, and it's mostly plateaued in the Western markets. Like cloud gaming also includes mobile. Cloud gaming also includes like VR, some forms of it, but cloud streaming, like the platform of like Stadia was an actual platform. I just don't see that. Like that's expensive, and unless you have the number, like the marketplace, you have to have the internet connection. You have to have like a lot of things. I don't see it. Maybe we'll see it, Rudix, to your point, and I hope we do, because I think Stadia is one of my top 3 platforms of all time. But I just don't see it. I look at the numbers behind, like when they throw out these big 10 billion numbers, and does anybody ever question what that 10 billion comes up to? I don't think they do.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do, you'll find out like 10 billion. Oh, that means that someone's buying cloud business B2B. That means they're using cloud tools. That means they're making deals with Unity. That's not the same.
Apex uses Google Cloud Services, right? So that would be counted as.
Yeah, Apex uses it. Activision uses it. GitHub uses it. Like GitHub uses Microsoft. Like that's what that's where the money is for these companies, not on the front end retails. Like retail's not a big business to begin with, right? Like go ask GameStop.
But like if you look at the popular services, the popular ones, at least to me, is GFN and xCloud. And the only reason xCloud is because of Game Pass. That's the only reason I feel like their cloud service would get any kind of attention. But if you think about it, like how we just discussed, like GFN kind of like has niched in their use case. Xbox is kind of dialing that in a way, and it's not the best, but their cloud service is really just to cross a gap between the console and PC. And it doesn't really do that. And that's what I was saying, like what goes back to us talking about like SPG had a game, I think it was called A Way Out, and he had it on PC, and then Wilson had it on console, and they thought they would be able to play together, but it's not cross-play. So they're like, all right, well, let's just jump on xCloud and play it, and it's not there. So to me, it's like, is that a flaw, or is it a bug, or was it designed to do that? And I started thinking about it, and I'm like, well, when you have little things like that happen, to me, the only answer is you go buy one of them has to go buy an Xbox, or one of them has to go buy a PC with Windows on it.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think Xbox is. I think we're taking for granted, like we have a hindsight 2020. Like if you're looking at 2018, 2019, and you see what Stadia can do, if you're Xbox, yeah, your idea is like, I need to be there. But right now you have the use case, you have the data. All the companies are looking at the same stuff, and it's like Stadia didn't work. Like we talk a lot about like, for some of us newer streamers, like if we had been on top of the in the bandwagon in the beginning, what we have had the subscribers. Truth of the matter is, YouTube was pushing Stadia a ton. That's why some of these people have those numbers.
Right.
And this is why, and Cowboys noted this before, when Stadia stopped, guess what? if you had any Stadia content, YouTube damn near stopped pushing you altogether.
Yeah,
That's just because Stadia was a YouTube customer. And so if that couldn't get the groundwork, right? Twitch, same thing with Luna. Like Twitch does even more. And Luna hasn't had the move. Why then, if you're Xbox, are you going to invest in it? Sure, you need to shore it up. But I think the investment you were looking at in cloud, you're doing a double take if you're that CFO of Microsoft Gaming, because the return on investment, the predictions are way off. I just don't know. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying never. I'm just saying right now, I don't see another platform there, regardless.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Definitely agree with you on that.
I'm of the mindset of we don't know what the future holds. People before Fortnite didn't know that was going to be the biggest thing to hit gaming in a generation and really transform the landscape.
And who would have known building ports out of the game would have made it even more popular? Who would have thought?
And then I think we're before cloud native games. We're before these 1,000 gigabyte games coming from Haven Studio. So we have yet to see what that is going to do to the gaming industry, the gaming community, and society as a whole. So I'm really looking forward to what that sort of erupts into. And I hope it is an eruption, and I hope it really does shake up gaming for us. I really hope it doesn't just go by and no one plays these things. So that's the big future benchmark that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, we'll see it. I mean, I think we'll see. I think the CEO of Take-Two has kind of said it the best, and he goes like, you could create as many multiverses, you could create whatever technology, but at the end of the day, you need something that people want to play. So I'm just looking forward to like having great games come out and new experiences and stories, and like if that's
the thing with gaming though, it's like
if that's on cloud, it's
like
on
people
cloud.
talking about the metaverse and things like that, and it's like that might be the future of gaming, but that could be a trend too. We don't know. We don't know until the future comes.
All I know
something
is
else might hit. That's
Metaverse and Mark Zuckerberg are not going to go together, other than a footnote in history to say a failure. That's all he knows.
Dude, he's ruined the idea of the metaverse in a
Yeah,
lot of ways.
I think he's like made it talk. Yeah, I think we have to take that into perspective as well. But I've said it before. I think like YouTube is a metaverse in its own way. Twitter.
Right. There's more. The metaverse can't. I think that's an interesting idea, because it's like the idea of the internet. Like it's like no one person really owns it. It's just is, and I think, but because of everybody's perspective of it right now, he's kind of that's how people I think will take it. It's like he sucks, so it must suck. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely see.
Should give it to The Rock. You'll make it.
Yeah.
You'll make it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh man, but yeah. Interesting.
I really
topic.
hope that the cloud gaming thing does take off, because it's really like what SPG is saying. All of these different consoles and PC gamers, they're holding back the big push on gaming because you have to develop for all these different platforms, and you're developing for hardware that's 4 years old. As soon as I think we start making that jump into cloud and developers are using the cutting edge stuff, we're getting these great new game mechanics. That's sort of the utopia that I'm dreaming and hoping that we get to at some point.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, after, like, with this discussion we're having right now, and then thinking about the trend of the people who, the cloud services that are kind of making it right now, it just seems like it's going to be less about cloud native specifically, and more about how it's integrated into what's already there.
Yeah. No, 100. Yeah, I think 100. To me, that when we say cloud gaming, like I have to make this point. Like, there's a difference between cloud game streaming and cloud gaming, and I think cloud gaming is an accessory to something bigger, not necessarily the game. But
right, because it would be cheaper for them if they could offload some of that process to your hardware. You know,
Yeah.
and if they can integrate it in that way, it'll become cheaper and you'll see more of it.
But no, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I'm not. Stadia will go down as, like I said, top 3 platform for me all time. I think I said it before. It showed what a platform could and should be. Unfortunately, the economics downturn. I mean, just no one would have predicted some of the things that Stadia had to face, and so. But those people who worked on the platform are going to other places, and I hope to see Stadia in some shape or form in the future. I don't know what that's going to look like, but.
And hey, there's probably a multiverse out there where Stadia was uber successful, and people are gaming on it right now. So keep that in mind.
You know, Perp, we've had this discussion. Bet saying best platform of all time, Sega Dreamcast. So we were talking about one of the little the reason it was kind of special. Like, and I was trying to. One thing that I missed was that it was the first to market in that generation of consoles. That was one of the things that was kind of special about it.
I mean, I think he's sarcastic because when I asked him, when I pushed you to interview on Sega Dreamcast, you could not tell me one feature what made Sega Dreamcast so great. Like, not one.
Yeah.
Fucking up. You know, like it's the same deal. Like, I can tell people what made Stadia great, but
it had C-Man.
The VMU.
The Dreamcast controller had the screen in the controller. If I
what Xbox
and now they're
is just now
bringing
catching
that
up
back. Yeah.
Woo! No, that's hilarious that's coming back though.
No, I mean, like, if that's it, then that's it. Then that's an awesome thing. I'm not sure if it was so great, then why did we not see it up until 20 years later?
PS2 was dope, but Dreamcast beat them to market.
Dreamcast. I mean, we'll see what comes up of this. But I'll say, like, a Sega Dreamcast isn't in my top 10.
Let's make that great again.
Oh man. But
Cowboy says his top 3 platforms are PS3, Stadia, and Sega Nomad. Interesting.
I would have to go. Y'all know my number 1 will always be my number 1. Chessboard.
Chessboard.
Chessboard is always going to be number 1.
Yeah.
Then N64 for me. Then Stadia probably.
So I know you mentioned chess before. I actually pulled out chess on my PS5 and I started to play a game, and I realized they had VR support. It's pretty neat. But yeah, chess is a good strategic game. I definitely appreciate the nuances in that game.
Yeah, no, I love chess. The regular one. Someone asked me this yesterday, Bet. The regular one. I didn't realize there was all these different color N64s. Someone else was like,
yeah, bro. I had the black one, and my favorite one
What? Did we lose Lo-Fi?
Yeah, he's stuck in a talk circle. So yeah, I didn't know N64 had different colors either. I just had the black one.
The see-through green one. Now that you're mentioning, I didn't know it was a thing. But yeah, I guess it was. Chess to me is. Like, I tell people this, I play it at least 30 minutes to an hour each day, just doing puzzles and I may play an online game, but it's always how I do things. That's an epic gaming player. I have more games to play this day. Potentially, if that's your top 3, Cowboy, it's just not my top 3. I don't find a deck of cards, and it's one of my top platforms. Like, it doesn't do the same thing to me as chess does.
Yeah, for me, it'd probably be Stadia, 3DS, and then probably like Xbox or PC, but probably PC.
Yeah. All I gotta say is this: if you have one of those Stadia Founders Packs or any type of Stadia thing and it's not open, save it, because it's gonna go up in value at this moment. And also, my prediction over the next 2 weeks. Stadia controllers, if you do have it and you still want to use it, I think they will make it Wi-Fi accessible or Bluetooth accessible. That's my prediction.
Oh, that would be cool.
So you heard it from me. But with that said, y'all, I have to drop. I apologize. I just got pinged by my assistant. And
well, thank you for jumping in, Burp. It's so good to see you and have you on the show, especially on a Monday morning. It's a rare treat. Thank you so much. Be sure to check out Purple Haze's channel.
Yeah,
I'll put a link to you in the description. Shades of Purple Purple Shade.
Purple Shade. It'll be this week. I gotta film it. You know, I had to, but we'll see. It's not gonna be too bad. It'll just be my thing. But thank you so much, y'all. Thank you so much, chat. Look forward to being around some more once I can get through this first quarter.
Definitely.
All right.
It was nice to chat with you.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll have to do it again soon. I'll get with you, Perp. See ya.
Yep. Later. Bye.
Later.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Oh,
Whoop, there we go. Got it. I figured it out.
it's like Squids disappeared in the purple haze.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that's so cool. She jumped in and hung out with us. Like, man, Perp's so awesome. She's done so much in this community and brought so much to the table and helped out a lot of people. Like, she's an amazing person. So be sure to go check out Perp's channel. After the show ends, I'll be sure to leave links to Dorgon, Perp, SPG, everybody. So you'll be able to find them. So make sure to check out that description. Like I said, also, we do have that Stadia event. And also, we got a cool little community going on. It's not just about the event. If you want to hang out with us and see what's to come, click that link for the Discord. Join us and come hang out because all your favorite streamers are there. We're all hanging out and doing things together. It's a collaborative effort, and we hope to see you there and have a lot of fun. Yeah, so I guess we're gonna go ahead and cut it down here, guys. Squids, you want to let everybody know where you're at? Me and Rudig's kind of already did this.
Yeah. Pretty much find me, at Squids on YouTube or Squids Gaming, on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, all those things. If you want to support me or anything, you got the Patreon too for Squids Gaming and PayPal, or the Buy Me a Coffee. But yeah, if anything, we got the morning show still going. And then basically, if anything, we'll be doing that Tuesday show as well on my channel. And the morning show is on the Cloud Dosage channel, of course. And then, pretty much gameplay filled out all in between with Xbox and PC. So you can see that all on Twitch and on YouTube now because I have simultaneous streaming. So...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been going good.
That's what's up, bro. Well, be sure to check out Squids. The Squid abides as usual. Be sure to check out Dorgon and SPG and Root Eggs, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, or the Cloudy Thoughts channel if you're just interested in the Cloudy Thoughts. But I would like to hang out if you click the button. But yeah, other than that, man, I think we've covered everything. I know Dad Plays Games is going to be doing a charity event coming up next month. We'll have more on that to come in the next few shows. We'll keep you posted. But yeah, make sure to join the Discord and come and hang out with us and all that stuff. Make sure you click all the buttons and do all the things. And we'll see you next time, guys. Peace.